sister of my brother, my cousins, Krishna and Priya, to throw this together. We started planning about 5 years ago. And we were excited and everybody was on board, and then you know what happened at the beginning of 2020, we had to cancel the whole thing. We were really optimistic that we could reschedule it the next year. We were like, postponed 1 year. Yeah, no, it might get canceled as well. So I am grateful that I finally, after I don't know how many months of convincing both Kumar Mama, Asha Mami, and my parents to redo this 5 years later, that they finally gave in and said, yes, let's do it, that's fine. But keep it small. I was like, I can't keep it small. I mean, just our family, like 100 people, we can't just do it. But still, we managed to make it happen. They're here. I'm very glad that you guys have said yes, and we have this chance to celebrate them and see so many people that we haven't seen in so many years. So thank you all for coming. We have a very short program scheduled, a little entertainment program. We're going to start with a couple of speeches, and then a few little surprising entertainment acts for you. It's not going to be very long, and then we'll go straight into the lunch service as well. So to start, the first speech is going to be by Deepa Kulkarni. Come up.
He asked me the first time I had to speak, I had agreed, but giving the first speech was not what was in the agreement. So it's a bit of a surprise, but a real pleasure to first of all wish both Bilolikar Kaka and Rajani and Bhogaonkar Kaka and Asha Tai a journey beyond golden jubilee, I would say, 55 years. The interesting thing that I learned is they are married only 8 days apart or 10 days apart, technically. So it's very interesting that they are celebrating having this celebration together. So I'm very glad to join, and on behalf of all, especially Detroiters, I would like to congratulate all 4 of them to start with. It's been almost 40 years since I know Bilolikars. So in 1985, when I came here as a bachelor, Bilolikar Kaka was one of the first few people I met in the town and started to attend the MMD functions. And that was the time he asked me to help for the stage and the stuff. That was his term, stage and the stuff. That for one of the plays. And I was a bachelor. So I thought it was a great opportunity to meet people, learn new skills, never work with anything with the wooden stuff. That was a great thing. But the real cherry on the top was the meals after volunteering. So I liked volunteering and working with Bilolikars because of the meals after you do the hard work. So that was the fun part of it. And you can imagine in those days, it was not so casual to walk out and get a good Indian meal. So it used to be always fun to get together and meet other Marathi people. And that's how I got involved in MMD. So that was my introduction to MMD, right to get go in the first year. Then I went to India for 3 years. And during those years, in '89, Bilolikar Kaka organized the biggest BMN convention in Detroit, and that was one of the first Detroit area convention, and heard all the nice things about it, and especially about Madhav Gadkari visiting and giving the speech. So I was very proud of Detroit celebrating it and doing a great job, and everybody in India was writing news about it. That was fun part. In 1990, I came back and I got involved more with the MMD and especially its newsletter. Then I got connected back to Bilolikar Kaka again, of course, and he asked me to join the BMN newsletter as a part of editorial team, and I was very happy to do that. While working with him, I realized very quickly how he handled all the multiple things associated with the newsletter, with the BMM organization, different Maharashtra mandals, and there is a special community of advertisers and supporters, and of course the crazy but dedicated editorial board. And he could handle all of them, partly because Rajani was integral part of all the activity, and the kids would accommodate us at their place anytime in a day, anytime in night. And I think Abhi was in the high school in those days. And I remember he had to retire to the basement to do something whenever we came and started making too much noise in his study. But it used to be fun. I learned a lot of things in my life. First time I learned editing, publisher, fonts, organizing a newsletter, getting it out in time, lot of good habits. And he had a skill how to be supportive, guiding, and I'm not necessarily a person who listens to anybody. And he kind of knew it right at the heart. My wife is laughing louder than me. And of course my doctors also know. So the amazing part is he could get it done, and that was beautiful. The hardest thing was to ship out all the issues, because we used to have literally 1,000 or so newsletters to be shipped out, and the team used to get together, work it together, and Bilodikar Kaka was the almost last one always to write the editorial. And he really wanted to write it. So every time he would say, oh, I'll get it done, I'll get it done. And then I'll call him and I'll say, that's not done, that's the only thing left. And I'll say, okay, it will be ready tonight. And then at around midnight, I'll get a call and he will say, it's done, I'm just finalizing it. And he knew how to place it in the newsletter, so it was nice. I would just ship him a rough draft and he would finalize it. Because of him, lot of local issues, he made sure that we reflected on that and celebrated that. And that was a big experience, learning from him how to work with other people, getting something done on time, and still pouring all your heart into it. Around 1994, I want to move to my another personal experience. In 1994, I got a sabbatical and I went to University of Waterloo. That time Hema was pregnant and we had to come to Detroit almost regularly for the doctor's appointments. And Bilodikar offered a generous post and worked with us as a generous host. And we frequently stayed at their place. Rajani helped us almost with full heart, and the most important thing was she held a baby shower for Hema. Even though her friends did not know Hema that time that well, they came to support Rajani. They always kept very close relationships with their friends, and it clearly showed us how much they were connected to the people. Actually, in my opinion, Maharashtra Mandal of Detroit has a unique characteristic. It has not had a lawsuit or any fight amongst people for last 50 years. And it's not a small thing. And Bilodikar Kaka has a lot to do, Bhogaonkar Kaka has a lot to do with these characteristics. Keeping people together, making it all together, holding it all together is very important, and they did a fine job with it. And you can see it from the presence today. So what happened was, interestingly, that time she had organized that baby shower, and today also we have all those friends as a part of our family, and we are very proud of it. Our relationships fortunately did not end there at the baby shower. After baby was born, Rajani offered to stay at our apartment, and she did that for almost 8 or 10 days to take care of the baby. She also formed a group to feed us for a month. Who can do this kind of a service when you are not even a blood relative? And that's something Detroit was special for, and it was partly Rajani's stuff that she got it done. So I need to thank, first of all, Bilodikar Kaka and family for being there for us, and that of course includes Abhi, Deepa and Varsha. So really appreciate that. Moving to Gogaonkar Kaka, and I decided to kind of split the talk because it was, Abhi had given me a limit to the minutes. So I had to make sure I do justice to my relationships too. So I met Gogaonkar Kaka first time at MMD meeting, and then got to know him much better through the party at Dr. Kanani. Since then, our friendship has flourished, and we spent a lot of time together with each other, celebrating many events together, birthdays together, and especially anniversaries. And with also a group of friends continuously. One of the things they joined us was for the Thanksgiving dinner at our place, and I always appreciated them and Krishna joining us. When Rajani arranged the food for us after Hema's delivery, Gogaonkars were part of that group. And I just want to share a small story. One day I went down to pick up the food. Achatai was not yet home from the work. So what Kaka did is quickly made rice and dal and give us the warm food to make sure that Hema would not miss the timing. And that kind of really warmed my heart. Both Kaka and Ashatai have been always our big help. Whenever I was traveling for work, they kept in touch with my family, and during the time, especially of emergency, they stopped by even late at night at our place. And of course, Krishna used to be there too. So in 2004, one of the important things that became an integral part of my life was, in 2004, we started with Dhaneshwari Seva, and Gogaonkars hosted it at their house for many years. There were around 15 families, and always arranged everything for the event, and then there were snacks and the time to get spent together. I really enjoyed chit-chatting with them extensively after the Dhaneshwari Seva. My kids enjoyed always visiting them and enjoying their waters or the lake behind their home, and that was fun part too. In terms of Dhaneshwari Seva, I always liked interactions with them. And I was always impressed that the way Ashatai would ask questions, typically philosophical and spiritual of the nature, and Kaka would ask questions which are typically about applying the Seva to personal life and challenges. And that distinction always amused me, but that I think kind of holds all of us together and their 50-year commitment to each other. Hema, myself, and my family, we really truly appreciate Bilolikar and Gogaonkars for making us part of their family. There is not a week when we do not think about them. We are glad that we are seeing, especially I am seeing Abhi now regularly, so I get to know Bilolikar update. So when I go to his office, I have to spend at least 15 minutes, and I'm glad that he accommodates me. So appreciate that. And of course, Gogaonkar Kaka, I keep on calling and talking. So both of the families are keeping in touch. We appreciate that. I want to really thank Priya and Sanj and Krishna for organizing this event, along with Varsha and Jean, Deepa and Jamie, and Abhi and Nirmal. And I got to work individually with all of you at some point or the other. I always enjoyed it. Looking forward to hoping that you guys are keeping the same tradition forward. Congratulations to both Suresh, Bilolikar Kaka and Rajani, and Gogaonkar Kaka and Ashatai. Thank you very much.
Thank you.